The honorary degree will now be conferred. Mr. President, will you present the honorary degree candidate, Dr. Auersperg?
Stand a bit to the right in case I bang you away. Okay. Mr. Chancellor, it is my honor to introduce Dr. Nelly Auersperg. Dr. Auersperg is one of those exceptional individuals who discover their purpose early in life and, to the great good fortune of society, pursue it with vision and passion. She is one of Canada's preeminent scientists, a scholar, researcher, and teacher who has made seminal contributions to women's health and to cancer research. Born in Austria, she escaped to the former Yugoslavia with her family just before the Anschluss. She enrolled in medical school at the University of Zagreb and subsequently completed her medical training at the University of Washington. After then completing a PhD in cell biology at the University of British Columbia, she assumed a position there in 1968. Since then, Nelly Auersperg's quest has been truly remarkable. She received her first Canadian Cancer Society research grant in 1974, and today, more than 30 years later, her work is still funded by that society. Her pioneering investigations have greatly advanced knowledge of the development of gynecological cancers. Much of her research has focused on the early detection of ovarian cancer. And most recently, she and her team have made a groundbreaking discovery that may lead to the development of clinical markers for the early detection of pre-neoplastic lesions in women at high risk of developing ovarian or breast cancer. With that generosity of spirit that is the hallmark of the finest scientists, she has shared her knowledge with peers, students, and the community. A prolific author, she has published 177 articles in refereed journals and authored 11 book chapters. She has mentored more than 60 graduate and postgraduate students, many of whom are now conducting critical research of their own. She has received many honors for her exceptional contributions, including the Terry Fox Award and the Distinguished Lifetime Achievement Award from the Society for In Vitro Biology. In 2003, BC Women's Hospital and Health Centre established the Nelly Auersperg Award in Women's Health Research, and in 2007, UBC recognized her with its Faculty of Medicine's Lifetime Achievement Award. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the Senate of this university, I ask that you now confer upon Dr. Nelly Auersperg the degree Doctor of Science honoris causa.
Nelly Auersperg, by virtue of the authority vested in me and in the Senate of this university, I hereby admit you to the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa. Dr. Auersperg will be hooded by Dr. Bill Crane, Associate Vice President Academic, and Ms. Kate Ross, Registrar.
Just turn and face the audience, please. Okay. And if you could remove your hat, everybody remove it. Just pause for a moment for pictures. Put your hat back on and shake the Chancellor's hand. Congratulate you as well. Thank you. We're going to go just stage right here in the summer convocation.
It is with pleasure that I now call on Dr. Nelly Auersperg for her convocation address. Dr. Auersperg.
Well, this is really a great occasion in my life. I'm very, very happy to be here. And I would like to thank the Senate of Simon Fraser University, President Stevenson, and Chancellor Louis for awarding me this very great honor. I am really extremely grateful and happy about it. I'm also delighted to have this opportunity to meet, even over a distance, so many of you, the students, because I think that we have something very important in common. We all love science, and we have chosen science as our career. Now, of course, there are many kinds of science, and within each discipline, there are many, many career opportunities. But I think that people who like science tend to have certain attributes in common. We tend to be curious. We like to know how things are put together and how they work. And when I say things, I believe I include biological systems, galaxies, all the many, many things that science encompasses. And many of us also tend to see beauty in weird places, in a worm or in a drop of water or in some special star or maybe even in a mathematical equation. So I want to congratulate you on your career choice, but you should realize that when I do so, I am really totally biased. My professional life has been to do biomedical research, and I found it a wonderful life, so exciting that I'm having a very hard time quitting, although I'm supposed to because I'm old. Now, I'm sure that you realize that with the degree that you're going to get today come quite a few social privileges. It will allow you to get better jobs, higher pay, a wider choice of opportunities, and last but not least, your education at Simon Fraser University will have made you a more knowledgeable and more interesting person. But you always have to keep in mind that new privileges come with new responsibilities, and these have to be taken very seriously. I have always felt that I had no business taking advantage of my education and the resulting opportunities without giving something back to the society that made it all possible. Because I think you should keep in mind that in many parts of the world, some of you may have never achieved what you achieved today because of economic, social, cultural, or other reasons. So I think we should be truly grateful. And I want to end this speech with two wishes. My first wish is that I hope that your jobs will be your hobbies. They should be fun and exciting and not only a way to make a living. Whether this will happen or not will in part, of course, depend on your attitude and the way you look at life in general. My second wish is that you will use at least some of your knowledge and talents to help solve the many problems that currently exist in this world. And you can do this, of course, in many ways, through service, through teaching, making new discoveries, giving money. The opportunities are endless. And don't ever think that because you're just one average person, you can't make a difference. Very few people in history have made great contributions single-handedly. I assume Galileo may have been one such person. Darwin was not, because he was helped by his friends at Oxford, so it wasn't single-handed. I think that if many of us each contribute in just a small way, together we can really make a very big difference. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Auersperg.